is our very special guest.
The Irish music superstar is co-hosting Sunrise with us this morning. It is fantastic to have you back in the studio.
Thank you.
You're an honorary Aussie, I feel like.
Yeah, I feel like I'm just missing the accent a little bit. But I was enjoying the hosting there for a sec, so I'm just going to take a little seat and answer some questions.
Now it's your turn to be under the spotlight, and then you can go back to hosting. Nice to meet you. It's a big rocking sound for you. The UK Telegraph called it the rock reinvention of Niall Horan.
Yes, whoever wrote that, I want to send him a present. Thank you.
Like that?
Yeah, I do. Yeah, no, because on my last album, you know, there was a way I wanted to introduce myself onto the music scene as a solo artist, and I wanted that to be like nearly acoustically, and I think I did that. What I wanted to do this time was just show off a bit more of me, show off some more of my influences from maybe my teenage years, bands that I listened to when I was growing up, and in this time around, yeah, just with a little bit more energy. And this is a good intro, I think, to it.
Is it hard to get that sound right, the one you want to put out?
No, I think the way you have to do it is, and a lot of artists struggle with, is finding their sound. But I just think just go with it, see what comes out, the most natural, what comes to you, what guitar riffs you would play, what melodies you would sing. Just as you can tell by this, I've clearly had a good time making it. Yeah.
It does. It sounds good. It sounds natural for you. It's fun to listen to as well. Let's be honest. When bands break up. And the people within that band become solo artists. They don't always work, but it has worked for you. It is working for you. Are you surprised by your instant solo success?
Well, I suppose I had a feeling that there would be somewhat of a fan base there to listen to it, as you could probably guess. After that, it's how good your music is. You're only as good as your next song, and no matter what sort of audience you have, you could quickly lose them by releasing the wrong type of thing. Knowing your audience is a big thing. You know, I have a good feeling what gets them off their feet. And yeah, I was very surprised. I mean, I read stats now. I've done some interviews this week, and I see that running across the bottom there of some stats I've done since I've gone solo, and it's just ridiculous, really. It's not even fathomable.
Yeah, because big bands have broken up and people have gone solo. They haven't necessarily worked, have they? Were you at all worried?
Yeah, of course you do. Like, I spend all this time writing songs and I like them and my team likes them, but the minute you put them out there, you really don't know what's going to happen. And luckily enough, fingers crossed, touch wood if I could, it's all going well, and hopefully it still goes well.
How have you managed that? You're so grounded, and you really, like in the commercial break, you really, I'm so proud of you that you've stayed here. Because when we look back at that setup story, at those One Direction days, I mean, that was just madness. Do you remember any of that?
Yeah.
And how do you come out the other side of that?
I mean, that is just there.
Yeah.
About 8 years ago, 7 years ago, maybe?
That was...
I remember that. I think that was like one of our, maybe if not our first Australian television appearance. Nuts. I do remember eating Vegemite on here and not liking it. I remember Koshi giving me some Vegemite as part of like an Australian delicacy thing. Wasn't great, but yeah, I mean, all of it, some of it is a blur, and here it is. Yeah, there you go. Timing was good.
Well, Niall, have we got a treat for you? Because we were going to say this till the end.
Are you joking?
You've done. Oh, thank you, Mitch.
I brought it in early.
Would you like to try a little bit of Vegemite
Okay, here we go again. Round 2, 8 years later. This second time I've ever eaten it. The last time it didn't go too well. But.
Okay, let's see. Take 2.
Yeah, actually.
Do you?
Because you've spent more time in Australia, so you've had time to maybe...
You don't have to say that.
Maybe my international palate's getting better.
Well, you were so young last time.
Yeah, maybe, yeah.
You were so young and inexperienced last time.
Your palate has...
I'm in.
You're in.
Yeah, it's good.
And see, we've progressed. We've served it on a nice board. It looks really yuppie now. Maybe it looked better.
Oh, yeah.
You're not going to spit it out, are you?
No, it's nice.
Are you okay? All right, we'll keep
I feel rude speaking with my mouth.
I know, but we'll keep asking questions while you've got a mouthful of Vegemite. Do you want a glass of water before
hang
we
on.
move on?
Yeah, go on, yeah.
Mitch is
This is great. Staff here are fantastic.
Mitch doesn't do that for us, let me tell you.
Yeah, exactly.
Now, your favourite city in the world is Melbourne. You spend a lot of time. You know Australia well.
I feel like I know Melbourne more than I know London, to be honest. Know like all the suburbs and all that. Yeah, two of my cousins were living there for a long time, for 5 or 6 years, and every year it felt like we would tour Australia in February. So first week of January I'd come straight down. We'd get the tennis in. It was the middle of the summer, Australia Day, all of that kind of thing, and I just have a real love for Australia in general and Melbourne especially, yeah.
Well, there's the tennis, but there's also the cricket now on this station.
Do you play cricket? Do you like cricket?
I watch a little bit of it. I like a bit of the old T20. Anything a bit longer than that, not my type. But.
Okay. Now, you've Aussie fans outside, they've been queuing up for ages to get front row seats. We'll give them away. Oh, and cue the screens. They will obviously want to know when the next album is out. They always want to know when the next thing. What can we tell
I know. Yeah, I've been one of those artists that's a little bit slower than most that release music, but I like to take my time. I'll probably have the album out. There's a series of dates in about February, March next year that I'll be having an album out, and
That's
so
pretty
I'm
fast.
really excited.
That's good.
I know. I'm pretty excited about it. They know for them it's like, all right, we got a song 7 weeks ago. Can we have another one now? Tranquilo.
I know. Yes, but I mean, you know, millennials, they want it and they want it now. But that's, I think February or March is pretty good. There's rumours that there's a collaboration with Shawn Mendes. Can you confirm that?
No, I've been asked about this every day for the last 18 months, I reckon.
Sorry.
Myself and Sean are good mates, and we're looking, obviously, at some point to get into the studio and do something. But not every time you meet up do you go, right, let's write a song. It's more, let's have a drink or go for dinner or whatever. But at some point, we'll have something.
Yes,
Well,
okay.
Can't you just write over dinner or something?
Right over drinks, that would be really fun. That'd be a good
I've
song.
done it a few times. It hasn't gone to plan.
Okay, just quickly, 1D reunion.
1D reunion?
Yeah.
Oh, no talk of it yet. And I'm enjoying what I'm doing now, you know. I mean, I'm sitting here promoting my new stuff. As of now, no, but if there's a conversation down the line, let's go.
Well, look, the Spice Girls took a while to get back to their reunion, so you
I've got about 20 years.
45 years.
Take the next 20 years to work on yourself. Niall, it is so fabulous to have you here.
Thanks for having me. I
You're
appreciate it.
doing very well as a co-host.